B. Pollard's Ronnie Ancona. Days of causing trouble for Honey and Billy Mitchell, Perry Fenwick and Emma Barton, could finally be at an end after an unexpected resident came to suspect that she's up to no good. The show schemer, as viewers will know, set Billy up earlier this week, claiming he tried to sleep with her. To strengthen her claim, B also launched a dating profile using Billy's name and picture, and altered his search history to make it look like he was browsing dating sites. Despite Billy protesting his innocence, not to mention the fact that B recently set up a credit card in her name and got her into thousands of pounds worth of debt, Honey believed B's lies, kicking poor Billy out of his own home. B was victorious, at least for now. Phil Mitchell, Steve McFadden, meanwhile, urged Billy to leave the dust to settle before trying again to make Honey see sense, suggesting he go to work as normal since he's done nothing wrong. Billy took such advice working on the market on Wednesday, June 24th, when Will Mitchell, Freddie Phillips, walked by. Billy pleaded with his son to help him prove to Honey that he's telling the truth about manipulative B, reiterating that the schemer has been plotting to get rid of him. Will wasn't sure what to make of the situation, but he wouldn't believe that B was out to get his dad. That is until he stumbled upon B badmouthing the patriarch to Janet. Realizing that Billy was in fact correct about his tormentor, Will headed to 55 Victoria Road, where Bill has been staying with Phil, to reveal that he thinks his dad was right all along. With B believing that she has got rid of Billy for good, could Will expose her true nature for all to see? Can the teen convince Mum Honey that her so-called best mate isn't to be trusted? And can poor Billy prove his innocence with the help of his son? Next week, Will secretly obtains information from BA's phone to share with Billy. But when B catches them looking through what they've uncovered, Honey is quick to dismiss Billy's efforts, still believing that B is her friend. Walford has been left reeling after weeks of tension, secrets, and shocking confrontations surrounding BEA's dramatic downfall. While many residents were convinced that Billy Mitchell would ultimately be responsible for bringing BEA's reign of manipulation to an end, explosive news scenes suggest that the real culprit has been hiding in plain sight all along. And if the latest developments are anything to go by, Billy may be the last person viewers should blame. For months, B has woven a dangerous web around Albert Square. What started as subtle interference in relationships quickly escalated into something far more sinister. Her obsession with controlling those around her, particularly Honey and Billy, transformed her into one of the most unsettling figures Walford has seen in years. As her behavior became increasingly erratic, suspicion naturally fell on Billy. The pair had clashed repeatedly, with Billy becoming more determined than ever to expose B's lies. The tension reached boiling point when BA's carefully constructed world began to crumble. But in a twist few saw coming, recent episodes hinted that someone else had been pulling the strings behind the scenes. A dangerous game unravels. The drama intensified when Honey finally started questioning B's motives. After months of emotional manipulation, Honey noticed inconsistencies in BA's stories. Small details didn't add up. Conversations B claimed had happened never actually took place. Promises she insisted were made suddenly vanished into thin air. Honey initially feared she was imagining things. However, support arrived from an unexpected source. Penny became increasingly concerned after witnessing B's behavior firsthand. Unlike others who had fallen for B's charm, Penny saw through the cracks in her facade. Together, Honey and Penny quietly began piecing together evidence. What they uncovered was worse than either expected. B had been orchestrating conflicts between multiple families across the square, creating chaos while ensuring she appeared innocent. Friendships were destroyed, relationships were tested, and trust evaporated wherever she went. Yet despite mounting evidence, proving it remained difficult. B always seemed one step ahead. Billy under fire. As BEA's secrets threatened to emerge, Billy found himself in an impossible position. Years of frustration exploded into several heated confrontations. Witnesses saw him arguing with B on more than one occasion, and rumors quickly spread that he was planning to take matters into his own hands. When B suddenly disappeared from the center of the drama, many residents immediately assumed Billy had finally snapped. The gossip machine went into overdrive. Some claimed Billy had forced he had exposed her publicly. A few even feared something far more serious had happened. Billy's reputation suffered almost overnight. Even those closest to him struggled to ignore the suspicious timing. But while Billy was undoubtedly angry, the truth appears far more complicated. The real mastermind emerges. In a stunning revelation, clues scattered throughout recent episodes point toward Honey herself being the person who ultimately ended BEA's influence over Walford. After discovering the full extent of BEA's manipulation, Honey decided enough was enough. Rather than confronting B in public, she carefully gathered proof. Phone messages, witness accounts, private recordings. Everything B thought she had hidden was slowly being collected. The decisive moment came during a tense face-to-face showdown. B arrived expecting another easy victory. Instead, she found herself trapped. Honey laid out every lie, every deception, every betrayal. For the first time, B had nowhere to run. Those present watched in shock as B's confidence evaporated. The woman who had spent months controlling everyone else suddenly lost control herself. A public exposure. What followed was nothing short of devastating. As more residents learned the truth, support for B vanished almost instantly. Former allies turned against her. Friends demanded answers. Victims of her schemes finally understood how they had been manipulated. The confrontation sent shockwaves through Albert Square. B desperately attempted to defend herself, insisting she had only been trying to help people. Nobody believed her. The evidence was overwhelming. One by one, the people she had deceived rejected her explanations. By the end of the night, B stood completely alone. For someone who thrived on controlling others, isolation proved to be her greatest punishment. Billy's emotional reaction. Perhaps the most surprising aspect of the storyline was Billy's response. Rather than celebrating BA's downfall, he appeared deeply conflicted. While relieved that the truth had finally emerged, Billy struggled with the emotional fallout. He knew how much damage B had caused. Yet witnessing her complete collapse left him unsettled. Several emotional scenes show Billy questioning whether things could have ended differently. Could B have been helped before her behavior spiraled out of control? Could someone have intervened sooner? These questions weighed heavily on him. For viewers expecting a triumphant victory, Billy's reaction offered a far more nuanced conclusion. Honey takes control. Meanwhile, Honey emerged stronger than ever. For months she had been targeted, manipulated, and emotionally exhausted. Many feared B would ultimately destroy her confidence. Instead, Honey became the architect of BA's downfall. Her determination impressed residents across the square. Even longtime skeptics admitted she had handled the situation with remarkable courage. The storyline showcased a side of Honey rarely seen before. No longer willing to be a victim, she took control of her own story and refused to allow BEA's influence to continue. It was a powerful moment that resonated with fans. The aftermath. With BEA's future uncertain, attention is now turning toward the consequences of her actions. The damage she caused cannot be undone overnight. Relationships remain fragile. Trust must be rebuilt. Several characters are still struggling to process the truth. Questions also remain about whether B will attempt a comeback. Soap history has proven that villains rarely disappear forever. Could B return seeking revenge? Could she target those who exposed her? Or has Walford truly seen the last of her? Producers are remaining tight-lipped, ensuring speculation continues to grow. Fans react. Unsurprisingly, viewers have flooded social media with reactions. Many praised the twist, admitting they had expected Billy to be responsible right until the final moments. Others celebrated Honey's transformation from victim to hero. Some fans even described the storyline as one of the most satisfying payoffs in recent EastEnders history. The debate continues online, with audiences dissecting every clue that led to the revelation. Looking back, the signs were there all along. Honey's growing suspicion, Penny's involvement, BA's increasingly desperate behavior. The pieces fit together perfectly. Yet few viewers managed to predict the outcome. A turning point for Walford. As the dust settles, one thing is clear. BA's downfall marks a major turning point for Albert Square. The character who once seemed untouchable has been exposed, defeated not by anger or violence, but by truth. And while Billy may have been the obvious suspect, the real hero of the story turned out to be Honey. Her courage, persistence, and refusal to back down ultimately achieved what nobody else could. For now, Walford can finally breathe again. But in EastEnders, peace never lasts for long. And with secrets still lurking beneath the surface, viewers can be certain that the next shock is never far away. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to EastEnders Spoilers Official.